and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be giving you tips on how you can get likes from celebrities on Twitter. Yeah, simple. So I've had likes from people like Andrew Scarborough, if you can actually see that. I've had likes from Ollie Murs, and I'm not just saying that, proof that I've had it. So that was one of the likes I've had from Ollie Murs, and then there's that one as well. So I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to get likes from celebrities on Twitter, because it's quite difficult, but with these tips you get noticed. Anyway, basically the first tip is don't be too direct with your tweet. That's the main thing that's worked for me. Things like you and things like I am your biggest fan, they get that all the time, so they're not going to be wanting to like and retweet about 50,000 I am your biggest fans. Not going to happen. Try doing something different. That is another tip that links into being indirect with the tweet. So you just like do something different, like an edit or something, and you just like the way I worded my tweet to Andrew Scarborough, because like I was asked to do a Jebby wedding, but like Jebby Emmerdale wedding, but like they didn't get married because Joe Tate got killed off of Emmerdale. Don't get why Emmerdale had to do that, but I basically sent it to Andrew Scarborough. I wanted Andrew Scarborough to like notice the tweet, but I says, at Andrew Scarborough, I got a request to make Joe and Debbie get married, and I made a lot of Jebby edits, and here it is with a link to it. And he liked it because it wasn't direct. It wasn't saying I am your biggest fan. It wasn't saying anything like that. It was just like doing something that he probably appreciate and that he wanted to notice. So when I did when I got a like from Ollie Murs, I says, just edited at Ollie Official onto a flower, cross between an anemone and Murs. It's an animers. Basically, I edited him onto a flower, random, I know. I sent it to him, sent that tweet to him, and he liked it. I wasn't being direct. I wasn't saying things that he would usually get like other fans saying. I was basically just like getting straight to the point, being different and being indirect, and that's what's worked for me. Other things that have worked for me, other than that, is like just be yourself. Like, don't try and do something that's like not linked to your personality, because like if you do something that you don't really enjoy, like trying to get them to notice you, then it's not worth it, and they may not notice you in the long run. So just be yourself, be different, don't be too direct with your tweet, don't say other things that fans would say. So like, I'm your biggest fan, they get 50,000 of those a day probably, not 50,000 probably, I'm exaggerating there, but some people actually do get that, but just don't like do any of that. Another good tip that I kind of recommend is like try seeing like the times that they actually like tweets in the day, and then try and time it like around the average time that they like tweets in the day, because that will be the time that they're most likely to be online, because some actually set a certain time of day to check the social medias, which that also helps like for them to be online, because they might get loads of tweets and then you might tweet them an hour before they're online and you won't get noticed. Depressing, I know, but yeah, that's my main tips on how to get noticed by a celebrity, and I hope it works for you. Let me know in the comments if you are going to try any of those tips, and if it works for you, maybe come back to this video in about a year and tell me who's noticed you. Anyway, bye!